everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Hermione and today I'm going to be sharing with you a mini patio transformation, not at my house, at my Nan's house. What would I do without Nan? Because I think, to be honest, half of you are here for her, which I don't blame you for because she's great and I love her. But today I'm gonna pressure wash her patio and give it a good tidy up and share it with you. And the reason I'm doing this is actually because she kind of guilt tripped me into it because she thought that I could make a good video out of it. So here we are. And actually, one of the reasons I bought the pressure washer in the first place is because of you lot who have been peer pressuring me into getting one for my garden. I see all the comments and it started off as, I don't know if I really want one, to kind of want one, that could be fun, to click, add to cart, buy, turns up on my doorstep. And you know what? I want to say a big thank you because this is the most fun that I have had in lockdown. It is so satisfying to pressure wash things. If you want to buy a new pressure washer, or you want to buy anything really, but you want to make sure that you get it for the absolute best price, then maybe you should try out today's sponsor, which is ShopTagging, an app that lets you track things that you're looking at online and make sure that you can get them when they drop in price or go into the sale. Let me tell you a bit more about that. ShopTagging has a mobile app and a desktop extension that you can use to save items from your favorite websites into lists. You can make different categories and you can set it to notify you when it drops in price or when it comes back into stock. So I use it for a lot of different things for my home, and I love anthropology, so I have a little anthropology list to keep an eye on the things that I really like. Simply click the button and save an item to your list. And a cool new feature that they have is that when you're ready to check out, they'll offer you loads of different coupons to try to see if you can get the absolute best deal. Thank you so much to ShopTagging for sponsoring today's video, and without further ado, let's get into the patio transformation. So I've got to start off by showing you the patio. We've moved a couple of the plant pots out of the way, especially the smaller ones, but the big ones are still there because I was just gonna shuffle them, pressure wash, shuffle them back. They're very heavy. So this is kind of the before of the space. Okay, so this is the current state of Nan's patio. There are a lot of plants here that we've moved for the time being so I can do as much work as possible with the power washer. All of the other plant pots are down here for the time being. But yeah, this is what the patio looks like right now. And this all began because I started testing my power washer on the furniture. As you can see here, Exhibit B. And if you can hear those troublemakers, there's a big family of pigeons living up there, and they poop all down here, all over the floor. So today's job is to power wash the patio and the garden furniture to make it look a lot fresher and cleaner. So wish me luck, and we're going to start by doing the floor. So of course, with the space a little bit more cleared and all of the leaves swept out of the way, the first thing that I was dying to do was pressure wash the patio. This is what we're here for, the satisfaction of the pressure washing. So that's what I started with first. With the patio done, it was time to move on to the furniture. I tested a couple of areas on the furniture a couple of days before, and you could see that it was going to come up really nicely. It was very weathered and looking a bit grey. So I turned the pressure washer on again and I got to work on the furniture. So patio is drying. It looks so good. And then the garden furniture. Just from here it looks far less grimy. I also put up Nan's umbrella for her and I blasted the pole on that so it was a little less gunky. The chairs are still drying but they look amazing. This chair though, this is the one that I'm really impressed by. It's completely different. All of the chairs went really well and they came up so nicely. The table, however, was quite a dark colour and my nan really wanted it to be a little bit lighter if possible, so I wasn't too worried about the stain on it. So I got really close with the pressure washer and tried to chip off some of that stain. This did make me realise though that if you have stained garden furniture and you want to preserve it, perhaps maybe hold back on the pressure washing or do it from really far away just to get off a little bit of the grime, because you don't want to risk getting rid of all of the stain. As you can see, it chipped away a lot of the stain on the top of the table, on one half more than the other for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but that's okay because we wanted to try a few things to see if we could lighten it up a bit. To strip the varnish off of the table, as you can see here, I'm using Nitromors, and this is a bottle of Super Strip that we found in the shed. It might be about 10 years old. You actually have to leave this on for hours and hours, preferably overnight, and then come back the next day and scrape it all off. Now, because we were outside, I didn't have to leave it that long. It started coming up really quickly, so my method for scraping was to use a wallpaper scraper to get most of the gunk off, and then when that was done, I used a wire scrubber scouring thing, dipped it in some hot soapy water and scrubbed the table to get rid of any excess varnish. Once the furniture was fully scrubbed down, I took an old rag and wiped the top of the surface to make sure there were no bits left. And this is how it turned out. I cannot believe the difference that it made. It's such a complete change. It's really lovely colour underneath, and it was definitely worthwhile, although it took forever to do. And as you can see here, to protect the table and all of the chairs, I used some teak oil in a spray paint can, which was really handy to use. I definitely recommend doing it with the spray paint because it was so quick and easy. You'll need 2 to 3 coats of this, and you'll need to keep a day in between each covering, but this will protect it over the course of the year. So patio done, furniture done. Now the last thing to do was to get some plants back into the space and make it look a lot more homely again. With that being done, here is how the space turned out. This was really a mini transformation, mainly just focusing on the pressure washing to show you how much of a difference this one tool can make in the space. And you know what? It really brightened up all of the brickwork and the furniture, and it looked a lot more new and a lot less weathered. And it's really nice to be able to help my nan out in her garden in some way, because she's always helping me out in mine. So it was the least I could do. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Like I said, it was a mini transformation, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, because it really made a huge difference in the space. And if this has inspired you to get a pressure washer, do it. They're really fun. Thank you again to ShopTagger for sponsoring this video. If you want to check them out, you can check them out in the link in the description part. And with all of that being said, thank you. Have a great week. Happy pressure washing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.